Hi, I'm Joe and you're watching The Philosophy of Game Mastery. Due to the subject matter of this video, viewer discretion is advised. Today is August 15th, 2025. 46 years ago to this day, a 16-year-old college student named James Dallas Egbert III disappeared from his dorm room at Michigan State University for nearly a month. Called Dallas by his family, Egbert was considered a genius and started college the year many 16-year-olds are still juniors in high school. Dallas majored in computer science while he attended college and had been called to repair computers for the United States Air Force when he was only 12. Investigators and journalists covering Dallas's disappearance latched on to the fact that perhaps the 5-year-old game known as Dungeons & Dragons was responsible for his sudden disappearance. After all, Dallas was known to have played D&D, and some theories by William Deere, the private investigator hired by Dallas's parents, suspected this new fantasy role-playing game that commonly depicts devils and demons could be to blame. Deere had nearly a dozen theories for Dallas's disappearance, 2 of which involved Dungeons & Dragons. The first was that Dallas had come to identify so much with his D&D character that he believed that he was his character. A second theory by Deere was that Dallas had been sent on some sort of mission by a dungeon master in order to prove that he was worthy to play in an advanced game. By some strange fate, the day that Dallas disappeared was just one day before the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Dungeon Master's Guide, this book right here, would be released at Gen Con 12 at the University of Wisconsin Parkside. In the Dragon number 22, the February 1979 issue, a sneak preview is printed on page 33 of the soon-to-be-released third hardback for Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, the Dungeon Master's Guide. Previously, the Player's Handbook came out in 1978, and in 1977, the Monster Manual, which was the first AD&D hardcover book. The introduction to this section of the Dragon states, "Work on the third volume of the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons series, the Dungeon Master's Guide, is now in progress. As much as we deal with and in fantasy, the real-world limitations of time and space place limitations on the speed of our endeavors. Thus, it now appears that the Dungeon Master's Guide will be released at Gen Con 12, August 16th through the 19th, 1979, at the University of Wisconsin Parkside, Kenosha, Wisconsin. The extra time is necessary if you, the gamers, wish a product that is comparable in quality to the Player's Handbook." Dallas's disappearance brought TSR Hobbies, the makers of Dungeons & Dragons, into the mainstream spotlight. This quickly led to more conventional parents and religious organizations to start to scrutinize the company due to D&D's depictions of monsters, including devils and demons. But there was an unexpected consequence for TSR caused by Dallas's disappearance. Tim Kask, the editor of The Dragon, wrote in his editorial section in Dragon number 30, the October 1979 issue, quote, "As I'm writing this, the 11th of September, Dungeons & Dragons is getting the publicity that we used to dream about back when we were freezing in Gary's basement in the beginning. If we had our druthers, it would not have happened in such a fashion. By now, as you read this, I hope the mystery surrounding the disappearance of James Egbert has been happily resolved. Whatever the circumstances of the incident, it has been a nightmare for his parents and family, as well as for TSR Hobbies Incorporated." The search for Dallas continued unsuccessfully for several weeks. It was later learned that during this time, Dallas moved between 2 other houses in East Lansing, and then finally left the city via bus for New Orleans. While he was there, Dallas made a second suicide attempt by consuming a cyanide compound. This attempt also failed. He then moved on to Morgan City, Louisiana, where he was found employed as a laborer at an oil field, according to a 2014 online article by Jason Louv. After only 4 days on the job, Egbert, now aware that Deere was searching for him, telephoned Deere and gave him his location. Deere then traveled to Dallas's location, and upon meeting the investigator, Dallas asked him not to disclose what he had learned about his whereabouts in the preceding weeks. Deere agreed and released Dallas, who was still a juvenile, into the custody of his uncle, Marvin Gross, on September 13th, 1979. On August 11th, 1980, almost a year after his story garnered national attention, Dallas, now 17, was admitted to Grandview Hospital in Dayton with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Dallas would die less than a week later on August 16, 1980, exactly 1 year and 1 day after his initial disappearance. Just to let you know, I hadn't really planned this video until I looked at today's date when I woke up this morning, August 15th. And it reminded me that that was the anniversary of Dallas Egbert's disappearance. And although he was found and he showed up later, he had tried to commit suicide a few times. And I just want to let you know that I had a friend, Ryan, who I played Dungeons and Dragons with, who took his life on July 26, 1990. And I still think about him constantly. Every day I look at a D&D book or play the game, or I'm just walking down the street and somebody I see makes me think of him because of their black hair or their glasses. And he's not gone. He's here, but I can't play games with him anymore. I can't have conversations with him. So I just wanted to let you know that if you are depressed or having thoughts of taking your life, there is help available. You can dial 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, and someone will be there for you, to talk to you, to speak with you, to listen to you. It's important to know this, and I often think in our current state of affairs with what's going on in the world and social media, it's hard to remember that sometimes. So let this be a reminder to you that there are people who care. I care. I definitely care about you. And I want you to know that there's help out there for you if you're feeling lonely. That's all I want to say. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Thank you.